All right, now everybody's on about Arsenal. That's what this video is about. It's about Arsenal. Can Arsenal do it? Can Arsenal win the English Premier League title? And that's the big question mark on the lips of everyone. I remember on my show, I asked this question, my broadcast on Sporty TV, if Arsenal fans are confident. I asked the pundits that if Arsenal could win the league. One person said yes, the other said it's going to be on the fence. Take a listen to this.
But the bigger question we have, given the recent result in the early kickoff in the Premier League, is can Arsenal win the English Premier League title? Joyce, yes or no?
Yes, they can.
Gideon?
It's the most asked question, and I don't know why we're still asking that same question again. I don't know. I'm not going to answer.
Oh, come on, Gideon. No, you can't be on the fence on this one.
I
You
will.
cannot be on the fence.
I'm sorry. There's nothing anyone will do. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, that's the question. Let's know if you feel Arsenal might get the job done. Big question marks.
So now this now begs the question, can Arsenal do it? Now, Arsenal have quite the lineup coming up. Of course, the big game against Man City is still very much on their minds. But you're thinking to yourself, against Bournemouth, Arsenal should be going for all 3 points against Bournemouth. Like, there is no way Arsenal should be dropping points against Bournemouth. I predicted that Arsenal was going to play out a 2-2 draw. I did. I wasn't joking. Even though it felt like banter, but it was actually a prediction because I just had a feeling we were not going to win the game. And this is my prediction if you're doubting me.
Arsenal, Bournemouth.
2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal.
2-2 draw, late draw, drama, penalty, missed chances, errors, kind of things like that.
2-1 Arsenal.
So the question mark is, with that in mind, can Arsenal turn this negativity around and make the difference? Now, the question mark is Man City, Chelsea, because there are lots of variables in here, right? It's Man City, Chelsea. Now, Man City, obviously, are they're on the roll right now, and they don't have European football anymore to hold them down. They're only in the FA Cup. They've won the Carabao Cup, they're in the FA Cup, and they have the Premier League. As for Arsenal, they have the Champions League, which is a pretty big competition to look forward to on Tuesday. But what is a bit of a fun banter is that the Chelsea fans are saying, listen, we'll be happy to lose to Man City just to derail the ambitions of Arsenal. But the reality of the matter is that regardless of the banter of the fans, I feel Man City is going to beat Chelsea. Even though it's going to be a tough one, they're going to beat Chelsea. But what is now the question mark is that with those victories going in favor of Manchester City, how will Arsenal cope mentally? And that's where the question marks come in. I feel they can get it done. But I know that the antics don't help them. For instance, we saw those training videos on social media where Arsenal players were playing with the ball on their head and the pens, and then they had a massive jumbotron where they were playing TikTok videos of Arsenal. Those things, even if you do those in training, it should be behind closed doors. We shouldn't be seeing that, Arteta. We should not be seeing Arsenal, doing all that. That shouldn't be on social media. That shouldn't be released to the media at all. That should be behind closed doors, because that will be a perfect chance to ridicule Arsenal should they fall short. And I feel they should just be razor focused. Yes, they have lost this game against Bournemouth, which was a very big blow, by the way. It shouldn't have happened, but it happened. So what do? You close out all the noise and you focus on getting the victory. And this is my final note for Arsenal fans. I understand the pressure. I understand the feeling of, oh, here we go again. But Arsenal fans have to stand behind their team now. You have to stand behind your team, because if you don't, you wouldn't win the title. It's that simple. And I feel Arsenal fans at this point are getting to that stage whereby they are almost like, oh, here we go again. They were booed at the stadium. Arsenal fans were booing their players at the stadium. You are top of the league. You still have 9 points, regardless of results. You're still clear. Why are you booing your players? Why are you putting them under unnecessary pressure? Where's the atmosphere? Anyway, these are my thoughts. Now, do I think Arsenal will win the league? Because that's a big question I asked earlier on, if you remember. And I said, my colleague says, one said yes, the other person says he doesn't know. My own opinion, I'll say it's a big yes. Arsenal can still win the league, and this is a very big but, humongous but. But if Arsenal somehow don't win the league this season, then I do not know. I think it's time for Arteta to pack his bag and leave. These are my thoughts. Let me know what you feel in the comment section below. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.